Hey, how's it going? My name is Art and welcome back to another video. As you can tell, today is Sunday. Sorry. But by the time you're watching this, it will be Sunday or later. But basically what happened, today is Saturday afternoon, close to 6 o'clock. Got some news. Before we get to the comic books, I got some news to say. And at the end of the month, I'll be returning back to the office full time. I spent the better part of 2 years at home, working from home exclusively. Only been in the office 4 times in the last 2 years. So it's going to be kind of interesting moving forward. So by the end of the month, I have to return back to the office. There's still what we call telework, which means you can work from home. Only certain people can do that. Say, for example, if you have like school kids that has to be remote learning or something like that, then you can stay home and work, or some kind of medical reason. But I don't have like that at all. I do have a compromised immune system, being a diabetic. My stuff is somewhat under control. When I mean somewhat, I mean I'm not like danger level, like about to go to the hospital and die level. No, it's pretty much controlled. Of course, we have COVID regulations because not everybody in our agency is vaccinated, and because not everybody's, even though Biden made the, how can I say, he basically forced everybody to be vaccinated, every government employee in vaccination, even though technically, according to the legality of the whole matter, depends upon how you feel. I noticed that some people in my office said we're not getting vaccinated, and they said that, well, if you don't get vaccinated, you're gonna lose your job. Then the union stepped in. So executive orders, are pretty much binding to a certain extent, but the problem is that you might get some lawsuits from certain people because their vaccination status. So what happens? They compromised and they said, "Well, guess what? You're going back into the office. You don't have to be vaccinated, which is fine. I have no problems with people vaccinated or not. I don't give a damn. If you're vaccinated, okay, that's great. Good for you. Give you a gold star. If you're not vaccinated, good for you. Got a gold star for you." No, I don't have a gold star. I'm just saying. I don't really care. But what happened is everybody, from the time we go into the office to the time we leave, we have to wear masks at all times. All times. If you're not vaccinated, you have to maintain 6-foot distance between certain people. So that means there's as far as I know, there's 3 people in our office who are not vaccinated that I know for certain. Well, one is maybe is unknown, but I know there's 2 of them who are totally not vaxxed. So they had to stay 6 feet apart from people and wear a mask at the same time. So someone like me, even though I'm vaccinated, not because of the executive order, because my doctor says get vaccinated, and the reason why I'm vaccinated is because my doctor says, Art, you're a diabetic, you have a compromised immune system, having COVID will wreck your shit. I implore you to do it. Biden did not force me to get vaccinated. No politician voted. It was the advice of my doctor, who knows me better knows my medical situation better than some politician. And even though I was vaccinated, within 2 weeks after I got fully vaccinated, I did catch COVID right after the Motor City Comic Con. Oh well. The only thing I could tell you, only thing I had was intense sinus problems and lack of voice, but I was super tired. And maybe because I was vaccinated, that's what happened, but who knows? But anyway, now what that means is that I probably will not be making that many videos off top. Normally, you see me doing at least two videos a week normally, unless I'm kind of busy. Like sometimes working 10 hours at working 10 hours, I don't feel like making videos. And then again, since I was working from home, I was able to catch up on a lot of people's videos because I could be working. Like for example, I'm filming on my laptop, right, and I could have someone's video playing, and I could listen to what they're saying. So, but since I'm in the office, I can't have that. So that means there's certain people I will be watching. I'll try to watch as much as I can, but if I don't watch your content, don't be mad. It just I'm at the office. I can't just watch. I can't watch or listen to content like that. But anyway, that's going forward, and this is until like September. So after September, I should be mask free at the office, which is great. Okay. Second thing, as you kind of know, I'm pretty sure if you're a wrestling fan, you heard that Scott Hall passed away recently, and that was a big bummer because he was planning on coming to Michigan. Actually, next month he was supposed to be in Michigan for an autograph session, so I'm RIP to him. So not much you could do about that, but it's kind of sad though. What the hell is that? Today I went to work. I've been up since 5, and I've been technically up since 5 o'clock this morning for almost 12 hours. I just kind of woke up for like a 15-minute nap, and I'm just kind of exhausted at the moment. So I've been doing some running around after I got off work. Came home, ate some lunch, did some errands, and then picked up my comic books. And so, without further ado, let's get going. Went to 2 stores today. Didn't feel like going to another store, and was like, First thing I did is I went to Target because I need to buy some new jeans, and I picked up 2 figures, which these 2 figures I really wanted, but I'll talk more about that later. So first thing is Blue and Gold number 7 of 8. It's kind of interesting. I've been liking this story, like buddy cop story, comedy kind of thing. If you heard of Blue Beetle, this is the original Blue Beetle, Ted Kord. This is the new Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes. This Blue Beetle is a human right here. This one has an alien symbiote kind of thing that creates weapons. And here's Booster Gold, who's basically he's from the future. Got himself like a super suit. Went back to the past to try to make money. Didn't work for him. But anyway, it's a very good comedy. Star Wars: The Galactic Cruiser Halcyon Legacy. The reason why I bought this, the first issue, it wasn't that hard hitting for me. It was kind of boring for me. The only reason why I bought it because Aura Singh is in it, one of the old school famous bounty hunters during the Clone Wars era. So of course I gotta pick that up to see how that's gonna be. Robin's 5 of 6. I'll be glad when this series is over because it started off kind of interesting and it kind of got sort of boring real fast. Next is Cat Shit 1, Volume 3, Issue 2. This is really funny. It's funny and it's funny and satirical in a way. Imagine anamorphic people fighting the Vietnam War and beyond the Vietnam War. So the first couple series was during Vietnam. This is like after Vietnam. It's kind of funny. We got Nightwing number 90, which is cool. Nightwing is always good. Nightwing is one of my favorite comics that I would love to read. Next is Carnage number 1. Don't know why. Don't know why I picked it up. I really don't. I have no idea why I picked it up. I have no idea. So there must be a reason. It was in my pull box. I don't know why. This Reckoning War: The Trial of the Watcher. If you're reading the Reckoning War off of Fantastic Four right now, you can see why it's a big event. Luckily, it's not like one of those super crossover Marvel events where everything. I'm glad it's not like that, but good. This Trial of the Watchers. Sorry. So it's kind of cool. Can't wait to read that one. Next is a series that I love. When I read about it, I was like, that sounds pretty interesting. Imagine a Batman that kills people and uses guns. Cloaked 4-4. Just imagine a Batman style character using guns and killing people. And it's a mystery all in one. So right then and there, it's pretty cool. Very sad to see this series ending, but that's okay. Next is the Scorch number 3. Is this number 3? Yes, the Scorch number 3. The Spawn team up. The Spawn team up comic. Can't wait to read this. So far, the first 2 issues was, in my opinion, real bangers. So I can't wait. The one thing about it, the Spawn universe, you can get lost in it because there's so much dialogue. And it's like, oh, good. I hate the so much dialogue, but it's still a good story. Next, we got King Spawn number 8, which is cool. One thing I kind of like that was kind of cool is like on the back they show you the next issue, what the next issue cover is going to be. When I saw this Scorch, I'm like, that looks sweet as Fallujah. And number 9, look at that. Love that. Next is Usagi Yojimbo number 27. And looking on the back of this, I'm wondering why, but there's going to be a Godzilla versus Power Rangers crossover. Okay. All right. This is one I've been waiting for a long. The Eternals, the Heretic. It's supposed to be a one-shot. And here's the variant cover. Look at that. Nice. Love that. Imagine a guy that looks like Thanos. I'm like, whoa, that's pretty neat. Don't know much about it, but that was cool. Last but not least is Amazing Spider-Man 92 Bay. And luckily, and I'm hoping this run of Spider-Man will end. Because this, I know, for example, some people said Nick Spencer's run was kind of hit and miss and unreadable. This Beyond stuff, to me, was unreadable. It just didn't make sense. But anyway, supposedly it's getting closer to the end. Now, that was it for the comic books for the week, except for this one came in the mail today. David Finch's New Avengers number 5. Look at that. That's a nice Wolverine cover right there. Okay. And that's it for the comics of the week. Now, the last thing on my list for the week is at Target I picked up 2 figures. Now these are wrestling figures. Now the thing is that these wrestling figures I saw at different places and they wanted $45 to $50 for these wrestling figures. I saw it at Target for $30. So when I saw that for $30, I said I gotta snatch that up. First is the Kane Ultimate Edition. It has the microphone, not the microphone, the Back in the day, he had to have that to talk because his vocal cords was destroyed. He had a cloak. He had also a cloak right there. He was also world champion for one night. Interchangeable hands and different head scan. Look at that. That is so nice. Now the problem is I have no idea how I'm going to hang this up because the little tie right here is in the middle. So I got to figure out some way how to hang this up on my wall. Somehow, some way, some shape, something like that. But it's kind of neat on the back. Now the thing is that since, like I said, if I keep finding these at $50, I was like, no, no. And this one is my favorite wrestler. My favorite wrestler. A lot of people, their favorite wrestler is John Cena. Some people, their favorite wrestler is Hulk Hogan or The Rock. For me, it's this person right here who's going to the Hall of Fame this year. The Undertaker Ultimate Edition. The figure right here, two swappable hair sculpts. His robe right there. And some interchangeable hands. And originally, one of the faces, he looked like Michael Jackson, as they used to call it, and they fixed that, luckily. And this is awesome. So, the thing is that I'm tempted to buy another version of this so I can open it up. Tempted, but who knows. But anyway, got these for $30 a piece at Target. I'm pretty sure some other places are probably a little bit cheaper, but in my area, getting figures is hard because they don't really, especially around the Detroit, I live north of the Detroit area, and the figure game, right, if you're into collecting figures, a lot of times a lot of these figures you see on my wall, I buy it at the actual local comic book stores, which costs a little bit more money. Even sometimes Walgreens have them. So, jumping all these different Walgreens looking for figures and stuff like that. I'm like, it's too much. But anyway, with that being said, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed. Thank you for new subscribers. Thank you for leaving me comments on the videos. Thank you for throwing some thumbs up and stuff like that, and that's great. And I'm going to try, like I said, I'm going to try to be, when I start back to work, it's going to be a lot of change involved, because I might do a video about how my days are like working from home compared to working in the office. But I thought I did that before. I probably did. But, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.